I have done some shark cookies in the past, but they were never this colorful. And since it's a shark week, I thought, why not make more shark cookies? Hi, it's Hani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this step-by-step cookie decorating tutorial, I'm going to show you step-by-step on how to make these colorful and I hope not too scary shark cookies. So let's get started. First, we're going to prepare royal icing transfers. These are going to be the sharks. So what I've got here is a template and I'm piping directly onto the wax paper that I put on top of my template. I secured it with a masking tape onto a flat cardstock. You can also put the template in a transparent protector sheet and secure it onto plexiglass or even a back of the baking sheet. I'm making the mouth first using 20-second consistency black icing and also pink icing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my scribe tool and just go around the edge of the pink and blend it into the black a little bit. And then we're going to basically draw gills with black icing. So what you have to do is dip the tip of the scribe tool into the black icing and kind of make these lines. They're surface lines. You don't have to go too deep to make these lines. So I'm making a vertical line and then also horizontal lines that represent the gills in the mouth of the shark. Okay, now with a medium gray, we can pipe these curved lines. And I'm going to let these crust for about 5 minutes or so, and then we can do the remaining area around it. So with a dark gray royal icing, I'm making an outline. And this is I'm using about 15-second consistency here. And we're going to make another outline. And then we can fill that gap with icing. This design requires a lot of wet on wet. So you want to make sure that your icing is fluid enough so you can add all these colors and all the shading we're going to be doing, and it's going to sink into that base layer. If your icing is too thick, your colors are just going to sit on top of each other. So now I'm using medium gray, 15-second consistency. I'm going to go very carefully around that curved line there. I don't want to cover it all up. And then we can pick up white icing. We're going to be doing white icing around the mouth and also between the curved lines and the very bottom of the mouth. And this is also 15-second consistency. These transfers can be made ahead of time. I love making royal icing transfers. And you can store these in an airtight container away from direct sunlight and moisture pretty much indefinitely. What happens when you expose these to moisture? They will start to soften. And then when they're exposed to direct sunlight for a long time, they will fade. The color of the transfers will fade. So if you're having trouble with moisture, you can also use food-grade silica gels. They do absorb excess moisture and keep your transfers looking sharp. Now I'm gonna add some shading with the very light gray around the curved lines and then also on the bottom here. And then we can make the eyes. Once the outer area, the dark icing, the dark gray crust, you can add the eyes. To make the eyes, you can use soft piping consistency icing, and you're just gonna pipe 2 large dots on each side. And let's have a look at this one more time, this step. So I'm starting with dark gray. We're gonna come in and do a thick outline, then coming in with medium gray. These transfers will take about 8 to 12 hours to dry, and then you can remove them from the acetate. We still have to make the teeth, and those you can make with white icing, and I used about 20-second consistency. So I'm piping sharp triangles here on the top, and also I will pipe some on the bottom. If you'd like, you can add 2 sets of teeth. If you decide to do that, make sure that you let the first layer crust, and then you can add the remaining teeth between where the gaps are. Now we're going to outline everything with pink icing. This can be soft piping consistency, or 20-second consistency. And I'm going to let these dry, and then we can carefully remove them from the backing material. And now we can decorate the cookies. I am using a Halloween favorite candy corn shape. I colored my royal icing in a variety of bright colors, and we're going to outline and flood with 15-second consistency icing. I ended up using pink, yellow, orange, and also green. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the icing dry. You can also let it crust, but it has to be very well crusted because we're going to be airbrushing using a stencil, and this stencil is going to sit on top of the icing. So if your icing is wet or just very lightly crusted, it may damage the icing. So make sure that the icing is either fully crusted, nice thick crust, or fully dry before airbrushing. To keep the stencil from shifting, I'm using a stencil holder. You can also use 4 magnets in each corner to help keep your stencil from moving. And now I'm airbrushing with blue airbrush food coloring, and blue and pink will give me purple. So I will have purple design on my cookie, and you just want to make sure you do this slowly. You can do several layers. It's better to do light coats than one heavy coat. Follow the stencil and go along the edges of your stencil. It's best to hold the airbrush gun perpendicular to the cookie you are airbrushing to avoid overspray. Now to attach the shark, all we have to do is pipe a little bit of icing on the back of the transfer, and then you can place it on top of your airbrushed cookie, and with light shifting motion you can glue it on there, and then repeat with the remaining cookies. If you are more of a picture learner, you can also visit my blog hanielas.com, where you can find a step-by-step tutorial on how to make these, and all the details are listed in the description box under this video. Those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, Hanielas, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you get notified by my new uploads. I absolutely love how these turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!